Alright, back with some two-player War for America updates. And where are we? We're getting ready to start the late spring turn. And my opponent has successfully deployed all of his units. He can bring in 20 strength points. And they came in here at Portsmouth and Quebec. There you go. Oh, and another thing I need to catch up on is in the beginning of 1776, we had a militia deployment in any spot, it says per rules, that have British regulars. So now, and that's in any region. So the region of New England and the middle states have British regulars. So that triggered a call up of the militias. And everybody came through pretty gung-ho. They're all hip with the program, except New York. We missed out on 6 strength points on New York militia because when they rolled a 1, which means they get 0. So other than that, everybody was pretty well game. We got the militias all set to go. British units are there. Now, when a British unit moves into the Tidewater region, then they'll activate the militias. But I think these are pretty well militias that have been activated right now because it's where all the British regulars were in those regions. So regional militias have been raised. Now, the militias in this yellow region can't go into, these are 1776 militias, so they can't go into this region here. These ones here cannot go into the yellow region, vice versa. So that's the only restrictions on that. We'll be back with the British opening moves of late spring, and it is their action pulse, and we will be right back. Also, during our little intermission between early spring and late spring, I don't know if I caught you up on this either. The British have moved around some generals. So here you go now. Old Carleton is in charge of the Army of the North. He just got a big boost in reinforcements from, I think it was Grant from England. And down here, likewise, Radiesel come on in with 10 Germans. So got some nice forces on in there. We will see, like I said, what my opponent wishes to do with his action pulse of late spring. We are caught up and ready to go. We'll be back for the first British action pulse of late spring. My opponent has mustered that lone unit into Ticonderoga, so we'll go ahead and just add him on in, and that'll take care of his turn. I guess he didn't want him dangling out there. Didn't want any dangling chads. So he will go with the Royal Army right here. 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 strength points. There you go. We'll take care of his very quick turn. So there you go. I'll move him down there and see what my response can be. Get you out up here. It is now my action pulse. Oh, easy for me to say and to do. Be back. Right then, everybody failing their activation. Little Charles Lee just moved on out, and he had to stop right there because he only gets 2. He rolled a 5. So that is it for my action pulse. Not much going on. We will wait for my opponent's response as soon as I turn this one in. Oh, yeah, not much going on. Looking around to see. I'm trying to get Washington some reinforcements. We don't want to leave Norwich because that's the key to New Hampshire, and he'll gain political will. We'll lose political will, so we're trying to hold on to those spots, do some maneuvering. I need to bring in some troops because I only have 9 strength points, and he is building himself up. He has 15, 16, 17 for the Royal Army. So that is what we were doing. We were waiting now for the, we'll go for the initiative die roll when we come back for the British activation, for they have won the initiative again. He moved on out of Quebec. His Army of the North coming on down here, full movement strength. Our full movement points of 4. 1 on the river, 2 on the river, then another 2 on a trail to Northumberland. He has left Gates, or Grant, in Quebec with 2 loyalists and a garrison. That'll be his action pulse. trickling in slowly but surely. And we're enjoying sitting down here and enjoying us a game. I can sit down here and figure out what my moves are. And what is he up to? We'll be back. So for my action pulse, I've moved Washington out of Charleston into Norwich. That's the key. You don't want to lose that colony, and we're being threatened by the Army of the North. But when I was there, I transferred some units. So now, old Howe's got 10 strength points, and Washington's reduced to 7. But the key is, we're looking for a way to get that political will down, move to the left. And one overlooked opportunity was you get 2 movements to the left for the capture of Halifax. So it is on. We'll see if we can get up there real quick before my opponent knows what's going on, because I don't know what he's got up there, but we got here 1 strength point in Halifax. All right, we'll be back. I just moved, so that was Washington to Norwich, and I transferred, so that'll take care of my action pulse. I guess it's only fair for me to email or message my opponent and tell him that he will lose the game if well, he won't now because he's got 2 action points there. So, no, I guess that 2, yeah, 2 would take care of it. So let me remind him that Halifax is worth 2. We'll see. We'll be back. All right, time flies by in this game because you can only activate 1 stack at a time. So it is time for the initiative. It has been the British initiative for at least the last 3 or 4 turns. So if we see we can change that, we'll be back with the results of the vassal initiative die roll. All right, that pretty well explains it there. So we'll be back. We find out what my opponent wishes to do with his, at least 4th initiative win. We'll be right back. All right then, with his winning of the initiative, the British player has moved Diesel out of Portsmouth. He obtained his full movement allowance of 4, so that'll be 1, 2, and he's stopping there. Now, I didn't say anything to him about Halifax, but that pretty well cuts me off, so I figured he needs to know the game, so I'm not saying anything to him about it. I might have a little mention, I guess, of feeling against sportsmanship, but so far I haven't. He's already kind of cotton blocked me as it is to get on the way up there. All right, well, that will take care of his initiative, or his action pulse. It'll be my turn. Let's see what he has up his sleeve. Looks to me like he's trying to cut off maybe a retreat route. We can still retreat. We have 1 retreat route left. That's Charlestown, if we get attacked by his Army of the North, but he hasn't really got any good odds right now, so let me see what I can do in response. We'll be back. I have leaders. I can bring on the board 2, and we still have our good old parliamentary repressive measures. All right, we'll be back. I'm starting to see the reason why Halifax may be so valuable. When you get up there, or trying to get up there are no key spots anywhere for colonial lines of communication. What we need is a magazine built somewhere up and around here, because if I go up there, my only source of supply, let's see here, Portsmouth, straight on up to the coast. I gotta protect my supply line. That'd be a bear. You can see right here, Portsmouth. I gotta get my supply line up to 6. Oh, that uses it up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need a magazine here at Penobscot, or else I'm attacking out of a line of communication at old Halifax. So might be why my opponent ain't worried about it. We'll be back. All right, for my turn, I'm bringing on an old Nathaniel Green. We're going to bring him in here at Worcester with old C.H. Lee. Unfortunately, CH Lee, you got to stay there, and Nathaniel Green's going to grab your 5 regulars. And Nathaniel Green, or CH Lee, he'll stay at Worcester and hang on that spot with 2 militia. Now he'll be activated green, and he will move. Oh, I guess we got to roll for his movement. Let's see here. He gets 3. So I guess he passes. They say he's activated, so, huh. Alright. Activated with his full movement allowance. He'll take those 5 strength points from Worcester and go 1, 2, picking up 2 strength points from Northfield, 3 at Baglebrook, and then 4 at Portsmouth. And there we will have a battle between these forces here. Let me put the old battle marker. Oh, at Portsmouth. There you go. 4 movement points. Trying to solidify our little route up there. We have to create a magazine. We're almost done with this turn, so we'll be able to do that within a little intermission between seasons. We'll be right back. All right, then General Green starting out at Worcester, picking up a militia at Northampton and Northfield, and coming on up here to Portsmouth with his 9 factors. Now he's 1 away from his limit. He can only handle 10, so there you go. We have got a loyalist unit in Portsmouth and old Graves Fleet. So there it is. The battle is on. We will find out with the email. Yeah, whether my opponent wants to stay there and fight or retreat. Withdraw before combat. We'll be right back. Alright, the British players responded to my movement onto Portsmouth with a die roll. Usually there's a little bit of chat in the chat box, but I opened it up. It was a 4 die roll. I almost missed it. So that means he will not be able to retreat because a leaderless unit must roll a 1 or 2 to be able to retreat. So the battle is on. Now we'll take over the vassal log from here, and you will see the results with me. We'll be right back as Green starts. We're trying to clean up that coast, and hopefully Washington and Army on the north can protect our left flank. We'll see what's up. We need to get a little magazine established before the British realize that they could lose the game. If they lose Halifax, it's our only chance right now. We'll be back. All right, then, see if we can get this email off real quick. Colonials under Green, 9 strength points versus a leader list. Garrison at Portsmouth of 4 strength points. Dyro modifier is Green with that A. Means he's a tactician and a half. He'll get a +3. That's the best they get. Versing enemy with fleet support, that's a -1. But that 2-to-1 attack gives us a +1 with a net of +3. And the British will be rolling with no Dyro modifiers under the 4 table. We'll be back with the 2d6s for each side, 4 die roll. Vassal result. Be right back. Alright then, I did have a card that could help, but I think the attack was going to go my way anyway, so I didn't use it. And it sure was. We'll see what happens here. That is 11, 12, 13, 14 under the 9 strength point column. All the way down here in the bottom, it's 2. He loses a 2 stars. He rolls with an unmodified 4 under this here, and there's just 3 stars. So I win with no losses, and he loses his 2 strength points. The fleet will have to retreat. We'll be right back. I don't know if there's a hierarchy for the losses on the fleet. We'll be right back. But for the British, it says 6 nations. We've never encountered those in my learn through yet, so we've gotten that far in the game. Regular unit will be first. Next, there is none. Loyalist, and then the player's choice. So we will advance after Graves' fleet retreats and find out where he wants to put them. They can go one space, maybe out to sea, or we'll find out. We'll be back. We take Portsmouth. Back. Okay, we are there at Portsmouth, and the fleet had to retreat. We will roll for the last action pulse of the late spring. Make sure that's right. Alright, we're all set to go. Move these two back. Late spring, yep. It'll be going into early summer. Find out who gets the initiative. Let me see here what I'm looking at all around. Yeah, we want to get to Halifax. See if we can't get us a magazine. It might not be in this season. It might have to be in the early summer. But that is our goal. We'll see what's up. Be back. Well, the British are on a streak and a half, so they have won the initiative for about the 5th time, maybe the 6th in a row. Also, we have a accompanying movement with the opening of the vlog. So let me see what he wishes to do with his action pulse, the last one. They have the initiative. We'll be right back. All right, then, for the British action pulse. He has activated Cornwallis, who has passed his activation roll. He gets 4 movement points, and he's moved out of Ticonderoga. Between this spot and this spot was 1, 2, 3. Then a water spot here to 4. And he will join Burgoyne at his 1 strength point here in Albany. Now he moved out with 5 Germans, 1 British regular, and 1 1775 British loyalist. So there's a stack he has going on there. Don't know what is up. I don't know. We'll see. Interesting move. Let me analyze and move his marker. That was his last movement for the late spring, 1776. So now is my turn. And we'll be back with my response. All right, so we moved into Brunswick. And here's the tail of the tape. Unfortunately, I forgot that he moved his fleet that was in a New England blockade holding box on in there too, so a little bit more than we thought. But we'll be right back with some combats. All right, well, my opponent has chosen to stay and fight. So, unfortunately for me, it's a 1 and 2 attack. 9 strength points going against 5. Here you are, and these are the die roll modifiers. Green with his A rating. We get a +3. British fleets in the harbor is a -1. 1 and 2 attack, low odds, -1, negative die roll modifier. But we are playing a card. We'll add 2 to the die roll, giving us a net of +3. He will have no die roll modifiers. Here will be the card, and I will be back with the vassal die rolls. The British wanted to make a stand. Interesting. We'll be back. All right, unmodified roll for the colonials. We'll put them over the top. 14, and unmodified die roll of 7. So we'll look here. We are with 9 strength point column. Oh, where's the pointer when you need one? 9 strength point. That's over here. Going all the way down here. So they'll suffer 2 step losses. All right. A 7, on the other hand, under the 5 strength point column. 7. Oh, it's a 1-2 also. So let me see. I have a 1. We had 14 on this one, so he'll suffer 2. I'll suffer 1, and I'll win the battle. So there you go. He suffers 2. Well, I better find out where he wants to give his losses to. There might be a hierarchy. But on mine, my 1 will have to come off of here. Do we get lucky with a 4? Nope, it's a 6. All right, let me distribute the casualties and put a marker on here, because you have to retreat. Whoever retreats will be back. Post-battle, Green takes Brunswick. The 2 fleets go out to sea, and we have eliminated the loyalist units there. I'd say that was a good choice. Personally, it might have been better to have retreated, but that would have cleared the way. So I'll find out if he gets wind of where we're going. Yeah, that'll be it for my action pulse. We are ready to move into the early summer, 1776. There you go. We'll move everybody back up here. We'll all get 4. Flush this down, start all over. We need to check for reinforcements and all that other good housekeeping between the seasons. There you go. We'll be back. No late or no early summer 1776 reinforcements, and magazines can only be created in the early spring. Wow, we got a ways to go. And we need a supply line. I don't know how we're going to do that to Halifax. So that plan might be a little bit on hold. I have to look around. We will, since we don't get any leader or reinforcements, we get to move leaders. So let me check the vassal log, and I will transfer my leaders accordingly to wherever I think they need to be during the change of season. Intermission. Will be back. Video length is getting away from me, so we will call it a video. But I have won the initiative. And with my initiative role, I am going to try to... I need to get somebody over here to Northfield. I'm debating on whether I want to get Putnam down there. We're going to try to solidify as much as we can here. We got a whole bunch of seasons left. I want to solidify our key positions, so let me look at that real quick. We'll go ahead and call it a video. When we come back, we will start with my first action pulse of the early summer 1776. We're back.